And now the news is good with Matthew Martin.
I'm Matthew Martin, and the news is good. Tonight, the man who got to the top and realized there was nothing there. Everybody wants to get somewhere. That's not a bad thing necessarily. Ambition at its basest element is just what gets you out of bed in the morning. It's what pushes you to work harder and reach further and refuse to settle. The question worth asking is not whether you're ambitious, but what your ambition is actually for. Solomon is the most obvious case study that the Bible offers on this subject, because Solomon enjoyed basically everything that you could ever want in life. He had wisdom, wealth, power, fame, women, food, music. He pursued it all and obtained it all, and then he sat down and wrote about his experience. Ecclesiastes 2:4, and also verses 10 and 11. He says, I have made myself great works. I have built me houses. I have planted vineyards. And whatever my eyes have desired, I kept not from them. I withheld not my heart from any joy. For my heart rejoiced in all my labor, and this was my portion of my labor, that I looked on all the works that my hands had wrought, and on the labor that I labored to do, and behold, all was vanity and vexation of spirit. He climbed all the way to the top, and found nothing there. Not because of the things he achieved were necessarily worthless in and of themselves, but because he had made achieving them the whole point of life. He withheld nothing from himself. He chased every ambition to its conclusion, and when the dust settled, the word he kept reaching back to in order to describe it was vanity, emptiness, chasing after the wind. Ambition, as an end and of itself, always produces a hollow result. You get the promotion, and then you want the next one. You reach the goal, and the satisfaction lasts about a week before the next goal takes its place. It never stops, so you never settle, meaning you remain perpetually unfulfilled. Solomon's conclusion, after cataloging everything that he had and everything that it cost him, was simple. Fear God and keep his commandments, for this is the whole of man. Ecclesiastes 12:13. The lesson is not stop being ambitious. It's not you need to want fewer things. The point is to make sure that the thing that is on top of the ladder that you're climbing toward is worth pursuing. And if God is there, then you keep climbing. And if it's just something more worldly, if it's just more of what you already have, well, then it might be worth asking yourself what you're really after. Ambition for the sake of it, ambition as a means to an end, ultimately ends with nothing. I hope you've had a great day today. My prayer for you today is that you will have a thankful heart. I don't think I've ever met a person who has had the audacity to say, I have nothing to be thankful for. But I imagine there are people out there, either out of bitterness or cynicism, or just because their experiences are really, really bad, that they sincerely believe they have nothing for which to be thankful. So I've never encountered that person. I'm sure they're out there, but if they should come to me, I would simply not believe them. And depending on, what kind of person they were, if they were just a mean person with a bad attitude, I might let them know, I don't believe you. If they were somebody who has gone through a lot in their life, in that case, I would be a little less harsh with them, because even still, they have things to be thankful for. It's just buried under a lot of hard things that they're dealing with. So I would try to help them find it. I would try to help the other people find them too. Just I'd use a little more sharp language to do it. But for all of us, we have things for which to be thankful. There is something good in your life. Even if it's just one thing good for every 15 things that are bad, you have something good for which to be thankful. And it is not a matter of, well, if the bad outweighs the good, then I'm not going to be thankful today. No, you still are going to be thankful for the good in spite of the bad. And sometimes the good so far outweighs the bad, you don't think about the bad and how much it's outweighing it. It's just, you just had a great day and that's wonderful. Sometimes the bad so outweighs the good, you have to scratch and claw and dig and find really hard to find those good things, but they're there. And when you find them, think of them like finding that one golden nugget in a riverbed of mud and rocks. You've sifted and sifted and sifted, and finally you find gold. Or you're out in the diamond crater here in Arkansas, and you find and you find and you find just rocks and rocks and rocks, and finally someone discovers, it happens, you hear about it once a month or so, someone discovers some high carat diamond that's worth $20,000 or more. And that's just one out of, I don't know, thousands, we'll say thousands, of rocks that are just worth nothing. That's your good thing to be thankful for. That's your diamond in the rough. That's your little gold nugget in a riverbed of mud and debris. Find that gold nugget and treat your thankful thing like that. I have found this thing I get to be thankful for. It doesn't matter how many rocks you sifted through. When you find that gold nugget, the rocks don't matter. So I pray that you have a thankful heart. I pray that you'll find that gold nugget and that you will hold it up and prize it as the thing which God has given you and be thankful for it. Have a good day. God bless.